Hey everybody, you're back here with Wild Moon Child. That's me. And that's me because the moon is my ruling planet in astrology, because I'm a Cancer ascending. Um, and speaking of astrology, we have a moon in Scorpio today, and the moon's about feminine energy. There's a lot of stuff about feminine energy going on right now, and it's not going to go away. So this energy is in Scorpio, which is it's dredging up more and more information about the divine feminine. It's it digs deep. It goes all the way to hell and back if necessary, which is kind of what we're seeing actually. So there's going to be more coming out, and probably difficult things continuing, which I'm very sorry about, but we're the witnesses and we have to see it so that we can fix it and make sure it doesn't happen again as we move forward, right? So there's that in astrology. Also, I'm going to share with you a little of my personal astrology because it might be helpful to you to know that everybody is affected by it. And what's happening in my chart is Uranus has been on my Mars in Taurus. It feels like forever. And Taurus is that slow moving, deliberate energy. It's just gets things done. It doesn't get, usually is just very um, focused, grounded, unless you wave a red flag in front of the bull, and then you got some problems. But my Mars is actually in Taurus, which is good because it keeps me grounded and keeps me from doing things I shouldn't. But if I ever get to that point, look out. So anyway, Mars is action. So it's you've got action in that Taurus energy, which is slow, deliberate, persevering, all that kind of stuff. And then you've got Uranus, which is, hey, surprise, here's a lightning strike, here's an earthquake, here's, whoo, we're going to toss all the cards in the air. And that's what Uranus does. Yeah. And so for the last few weeks, I haven't been able to get anything done in a straightforward, routine kind of manner. It's like things just fall apart. They just fall apart. And I mean, I've had days where I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm not doing anything more because nothing's working. And so why should I? Right? So there's that. Um, we're also going to talk about abundance today. And abundance, as you know, in the tarot is one of the suits, which is the Pentacles, but it's actually embodied in this card, which is the Empress. And she is beautiful, and she is pregnant with possibility, and she has all the stuff. She has all the beautiful flowers. She has the lotus in the pond. She has the trees. It's just a beautiful day, and full of abundance. And she is also embodying that feminine energy. So when I pulled her, I was like, oh, everything's kind of coming together in this reading. It all flows, right? And it's Venus energy too. So there she is. She's the Empress. Now I want to talk to you about abundance because as things move forward and institutions start falling and crumbling, one of the things that will change is the financial institutions, not only in our country, but in the world. So what we need to know is as things change and morph, that the abundance will become available for other people besides the ones that have held it for so very long. And that means we can all step into that mode of having what we need. It's what you need, right? Having what you need. And I'm especially talking to light workers, especially light workers that don't believe that they should be abundant in their work, because if not you, who? I mean, you're the light carriers and you're the ones that are moving us forward. So we need you to have something to support you in that way so that you can do the work, because we're going to need all of us, everybody, and all the light workers will be carrying the torch and leading everyone forward. So make sure that you think about that. And I keep being told today to monetize my channel. So I'll be doing that. Um, but we need to open ourselves up for that. We need to open our hearts to it and recognize that change is coming and we want to be part of the solution. And in order to do that, we have to have certain modes of support, right? And that's one of them. So, food for thought. Okay, today we're going to do a reading on Vance. And I've already shuffled these cards. So we're going to just get down to it. I have these big decks. My hands don't do well. So I did pre-shuffle them. I hope that you're okay with that. I hope that you trust me. So we're going to start. And I've never felt that he was going to be in the, or be the big cheese or whatever you want to say. But we're gonna talk to the cards and see what they say. So he would like to be, and his handlers would like him to be, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. So our first card out, oh, and this deck is the Storyteller's deck, and it's based on like Neolithic people's history, Egyptian history, all the cultures that have brought us to where we are today. And it's all the threads of and tapestry of everything historically that's coming to us now in support of where we are. So it's kind of nice. And let me show you. Let me go ahead and show you. But this is the Queen of Coins. And this is what it looks like. Storyteller's Tarot. Okay. And she looks very fiery here, but she's actually, it's a pentacle, right? So it is actually about money, which is nice. Everything's kind of pulling together today. Thank you, Spirit. And what this is also about is traditionally homeland security, protection, and she's not one to be messed with. She's also about the economy and the financial systems. So that's right out of the box. It's echoing that theme of abundance. Woo, that one's excited. Then the next we have the Knight of Scepters, and this is a fire card. It's kind of hard to see, but he's got a club in his hand, and he's got it's not Osiris, it's Orion on his body. So he's related to Orion, which is related to Osiris of Egyptian culture, and he was a king. And so this is very kingly energy, even though it's only a knight, and it's big energy. Orion's big energy. So this is working with the Queen. They're working together. He looks like he means business. And he kind of looks to me like Mad Vance, who might be going, hey, I want all that abundance. You know, I want it for myself. We'll see what happens going forward here. Six of Spikes. This is the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is about moving on, moving to a quieter place, a less difficult place. Okay, so that's the environment we're dealing with. Moving on, actually. And now we have the Queen of Scepters. Again, that is that fiery energy. And the Queen, she can be, you know how women can get when they're all fiery. Now, this is who she is. And all the women are getting mighty fiery. Am I right? That's all that divine feminine energy. This is the Four of Spikes, which is swords. And the Four of Spikes is about laying down and taking a rest. or it can be about death. Some people use it as a death card. Um, it can be about retreat from battle. So the snake kind of is not doing much there. And snake energy is healing energy. So sometimes you take a break to heal, right? Yeah. King of Coins. Oh, we have Queens and Kings today. It's a very high and mighty, which kind of, to me, this all these kind of represent the predator class because they're high and mighty. The King of Coins, again, is about money and about having it and ruling with it. All right, King of Coins. So this, to me, is kind of becoming a mix-up of divine feminine energy, elite energy, something happening that's going to slow it down, slow down the energies, or take a respite from the energies. Somebody in particular, it looks like. This could be one of his handlers. This could be one of his handlers, you know? And then we have the Nine of Scepters. Again, this is fire energy and Leo energy. So give us strength. Give us strength. This has been a very difficult time. A very difficult time. We need strength to move through it. And we need that abundance to move through it, so that we can do what we need to do to make the future better. And now we have the Two of Hearts. Two of Hearts, which is water energy. It's like the Two of Cups, right? And these are arrows, actually. So although it might be a nice little relationship, there's definitely something there that is, everything's good, but if it's things don't happen right, this is the big fake family card. Often people use this in their readings to represent the Republican Party. It's got the rainbows and all the hearts, and it looks so pretty, but it's not real. It's not real. Knight of Swords. So he's going to come out taking a slice out of everything. He's going to be unruly, and he's going to be mad when things don't go his way. He's going to be mad because people are going to say, "No, we want you to stand back and just go take a nap and just go ahead and just move to something calmer." Some people are going to like that, and some people are not going to like that. But I think when the time comes, it's going to be a fairly unanimous energy. He will be offered something that's the Knight of Hearts he offers, but it doesn't work out of the moment because it's very emotional, and it happens. How some people are, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll do that for you," and then it changes. So yeah, I don't see him stepping in. And finally, we have the King of Swords, which is a very scary looking Justice card. Very scary looking. So there will be something about justice for him. It could just be the fact that he doesn't get to go into the office, or there could be other things that come up as well. So there's a lot going on here, which is true right now. There's a lot going on. We have all that divine feminine energy. We have the yeah, I don't think so. And then we have all of the energy from those who are currently in charge. And I think even a lot of them are going to change their minds coming up. Most people don't really like him. So this could represent Peter Thiel. And we just have to have the courage to wait, because I don't think he's not going to get what he's asking for, right? I hope that was helpful to you. The best way I can sum Vance up is by quoting a character from Lord of the Rings, Gollum. And he said to himself, "Nobody likes you." Well, that's kind of what it is. So there's a lot going on, but he's not going to have a lot of support. I see a lot of people that haven't already moved away from him, moving away from him. He'll have like Peter Thiel, maybe. Or maybe Peter Thiel will see the light too, and he'll be like, yeah, go take a nap. And, go ahead and you go over there and do this other thing, and we'll all just be really super fine with that. It's kind of an interesting read. But that's how I see it. I hope that's helpful. I hope all the information I gave you today is helpful. I want you to know that you are loved and you are important, because you are the future. We need you. Okay? So hang on to that light. Be open to abundance. And don't worry about this guy. Don't worry about him. I don't think he's a thing. All right. Well, I hope to see you soon. In the meantime, take very good care of yourselves. Take a nap when you need one. I do. All the time. Okay. Have a wonderful afternoon and evening. That's what it is here in Utah. So, or whatever it is, wherever you are. Enjoy.